guys, welcome back to today's video. If you are new here, my name's Alora. I make motherhood, faith, and lifestyle content. If you'd like to stick around and see all of my future videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. I got such great positive feedback from my last grocery shop and week of budget meals video, so I thought I would just do another one for you guys since you all enjoyed it so much. And I absolutely loved filming and editing that video. That video was just a lot of fun for me. So I'm excited to do another one just like that. I will of course have my May meal plan linked down below. I will also have each recipe that I am making this week linked down below as well. I have my grocery list right here, and also my son's little artwork on the grocery list is just too cute. But I filled this out yesterday, so it's ready to go. All we need to do is go grocery shopping today. I just need to get us all out the door, and then we will head to Aldi. That's where I do like 99% of my shopping for all of my food. If you are an Aldi fan and you shop there for your food as well, let me know by leaving a cart emoji in the comments down below. I feel like there's this like very unofficial Aldi cult, and I am a proud member of it. I just love Aldi so much. We are now back from a very successful grocery trip, and as I do my grocery haul, I will also have the prices of the items displayed right here on the screen, just to kind of give you an idea of what my Aldi prices their food at. I know some of you are very shocked at how low our grocery bill is every month, and I think part of that might be just because I live in the Midwest and the cost of living here just is generally cheaper. I remember going to Florida a few years back and we went shopping for our food, and my jaw dropped at the prices of food at the Publix in Florida. Like I couldn't wrap my head around how expensive it was, and I know probably someone from Florida is probably looking at me and their jaw might drop at how cheap the food is here. So I'm hoping that if I put the prices of everything on the screen, you'll have a better idea. Also, I do want to add that there was a lot of items that I purchased that had a price drop. So like at Aldi, when you go and you see the price tag, if it's red, that usually is like some sort of like Aldi savings, or it's just cheaper than what it's normally priced at. And a lot of the things I purchased had that red tag, and it also said price drop on it. I will share the total of everything at the end of the grocery haul, so let's get started. Starting us off, I got 2 bags of these cheese puffs. We already cracked this one open. Both my kids eat these like crazy, so I had to get 2 bags this time around, and even this bag is already halfway gone. I then got some veggie straws and these kettle cooked chips in avocado oil. This is so good and the ingredients are fantastic. I also got some more tortilla chips. We had ran out, like we have plenty of salsa and guacamole, but we just didn't have any chips. So I needed to grab a bag so that we can actually eat that stuff up. I got these chocolate graham crackers and these soft baked fruit bars. I got these mostly for on the go, just something I can quickly throw into the diaper bag and head out the door with. I got these rice wafers, but I feel like we're coming towards the end of me needing to purchase these. Ellery is able to eat a lot of the snacks Caspian's able to eat. I mostly got these for her because I knew they were safe, but girly girl's getting lots of teeth, so I feel like I won't need to buy this any longer. In a very bittersweet way, I think this is gonna be our last box of these. I also got these cheddar cheese sticks. This is just a great snack for everyone in the family. That is everything in terms of snacks. Now let's move on to produce and the ingredients I purchased for dinners. I got 2 packs of these organic ground beef. This pack right here will be for the 2 ground beef dinners this week, and then I just bought an extra pack for the freezer. So I have shopped at Aldi for years, and it's a pretty small store, so you would think I would know of everything that they carry, but I recently discovered this deli sandwich pack, and it's literally the meats and the cheese, and all you gotta do is just buy the bread for it and obviously your toppings. but I recently discovered this like last month, which tells you how little we eat deli sandwiches. But the reason I purchased this, and it was a little pricey in my opinion, and it's not something I'm gonna purchase all the time. I purchased it because we are coming towards the end of the school year. And if you are new here, my husband is a teacher. And so because it's the end of the school year, the 5th graders are doing lots of fun activities outside. And he has mentioned that he's got a field trip coming up, and I think like a field day where they need to pack sack lunches. So I bought this for the days where he needs a sack lunch. And that brings me also to this. I bought these deli rolls. This not only will go for the sack lunch days, but this is also for my chicken pesto sandwiches. I got a pack of this never any bacon and also some cream cheese. Friday night is pizza night around here, and typically I do your very traditional like red sauce, mozzarella cheese, bacon type pizza, like a very basic traditional pizza. But something I want to experiment with and be creative with is the different kinds of pizzas. So this Friday night I want to do some sort of like alfredo sauce type pizza. So this cream cheese is to make that alfredo sauce. I have like 3 pizza doughs in the freezer that I need to use up, and I have plenty of mozzarella cheese in the fridge, so I did not need to purchase that for pizza night because I am well stocked on those items. Here's the pesto for my pesto chicken sandwiches. I got the Aldi version of Rotel. This is for my Mexican rice dish. And then I also got these Roma tomatoes for the pesto sandwich. I got a pack of fresh green beans and a block of Parmesan cheese. This is for my chicken crusted Parmesan potato green bean recipe that you'll see. I also got a pack of green peppers for my Mexican recipe. I got some tomato sauce and tomato paste. I know I need to use one of them for a recipe, but I also just like having these stocked as a pantry staple because I feel like there's lots of recipes that you need to use these for. I got some milk, and I also got myself some creamer. I have some romaine hearts for the side salad that I always serve with our pizzas. I got some Honeycrisp apples and a bunch of bananas. I got another bottle of ranch for our side salads, and I also needed an extra bag of chocolate chips because you just can't have too many chocolate chips. I also got some distilled white vinegar and baking soda. I know this is like technically food, but this is, I actually use this for cleaning my sink, and I just needed more. That is everything I purchased from today's grocery trip, and I spent $93.70. Happy Monday. I am doing a sheet pan dinner tonight, which is always so nice. Sheet pan dinners are one of the easiest dinners to make. It's like as easy as like the one pot meals because it's all on a sheet pan. So love me a good sheet pan dinner. I'm going to just preheat the oven to 425. And while that's preheating, I'm going to prep all of my vegetables and like the chicken. I cleaned the vegetables real quick. I don't like the potato skin, so I always just peel it off. So I got this. I need to trim these green beans, and then I have the chicken that was thawing right here. I have 4 chicken breasts in here that I will lay on the sheet pan, but this right here is just kind of sitting there for now. So I'm going to cut up the potatoes, trim the green beans, season everything. I know this is a sheet pan recipe, but I might be sheet pans because I don't have a huge sheet pan that I can just put everything on. I'm gonna probably put the, sorry if you guys can hear Ellery in the back. I'm going to put the potatoes and chicken on a sheet pan, and then I'm going to put the green beans on a separate sheet pan, just because like I said, I don't have a big enough sheet pan to fit everything onto one. So it's a sheet pans meal, but still the same concept. I'll be lining the sheet pans with parchment paper, so very easy cleanup. This is a perfect dinner for a Monday night because it's Monday night, and I don't know why. Something about Mondays just makes you not really want to cook. Let's get started on the sheet pan meal and get it into the oven. So this dinner kind of goes in stages. The potatoes need the longest to cook, so while that is baking, I am going to prepare the green beans and the chicken. I also want to show you guys, this is Parmesan, so I just took a block of Parmesan from Aldi. Actually, I have one in the fridge I can show you. I just take this, I shred it up with my cheese grater, and this is what I use. I prefer this over the already shredded Parmesan cheese, but if you need convenience, you might as well just go that route. Tuesday, I just prepped all of the ingredients I'm going to need for this recipe. So tonight I am making a Mexican beef and rice skillet. It is all one pot, which bless, everyone loves a one pot meal. This recipe is literally me browning the ground beef and sauteing the pepper and onion, and then you throw everything into the pot, let the rice cook, and sprinkle some shredded cheese on top, and then dinner's ready. And it's literally that simple, and it's so tasty. Let's get started on this dinner because it's gonna take no time at all, and it's also gonna taste delicious. While that cooks, it needs about 20 to 25 minutes to cook. I'm going to shred the cheese. Also, so the recipe calls for corn and black beans, and I'm fine with the corn. I omitted the black beans just because that's not something my family typically likes to eat, so I just omitted them. And I dug this corn out from the back of my freezer. I'm really questioning if I should have even used it. I did. I guess stay tuned if we have bad diarrhea or something, but I'm just gonna pitch the rest of it because honestly, it looks like it's very freezer burnt corn and lots of ice. So yeah, this is going in the trash. So since the recipe calls for onion, green pepper, and corn, I'm not gonna make a side of vegetables for it because I just feel like there's enough veggies in it. So that's also why I love this dinner, because it literally is like all in one for me at least. You got the carb, you got the protein, you got the veggie, all in one rice dish. I'm going to shred up the cheese real quick, and then once that's done cooking and resting, I'm gonna sprinkle the cheese on top, let it melt, and then dinner will be done just like that. Tonight for dinner, I am making a chicken pesto sandwich. Now this is a warm and very hearty sandwich. It's got chicken, of course, and pesto. And then you have some mayo, some melty mozzarella, some tomato, and it's all toasted in a bun, and it is so good. So that's what we're gonna make tonight. It's super, super simple. I'm going to start off by chopping up some of these romaine hearts for our side salad I'm going to serve with it, and then I also need to slice this baby up to put on the sandwiches. I'm going to then season and cook up the chicken, toast the buns, and then assemble the sandwich and toast the buns again just to kind of get the cheese all nice and melty. So that's kind of the process of dinner. Let's get started on these sandwiches because it's almost 5 o'clock and we're old people and like to eat at 5 o'clock. So I just quickly toasted the buns by putting some butter on it and then obviously toasting it in the pan. It didn't really take long at all, and I don't really think I toasted it all the way, but it's fine. It's still gonna taste really good. So I'm going to assemble the sandwiches now, and then we're going to toast the outside once again in the pan, and dinner's ready. Tonight for dinner, I am making cheesy ground beef and potatoes. This is a very simple one-pot meal, but do keep in mind that this meal takes a lot longer than some of the other meals we've made this week because we have to make sure that the potatoes get cooked through. So the smaller the potato, the quicker this goes. The bigger the potato, the longer it goes. So I'm going to be cutting up my potatoes really, really small so that they get tender quick. And then I also need to cut up some green pepper and my onion. That's kind of like the veggies of this dish. I'm also preheating the oven for the green beans nope, not green beans. I'm doing broccoli tonight. I'll be roasting some broccoli as a side to go with this meal. This is a very hearty, kind of like poor man style meal, and it's so good. But like I said, do keep in mind that you want to cut your potatoes small for this meal if you're going to make it for yourself. And if you're wondering, side note, I am wearing the same outfit I wore yesterday because I do the laundry in this house, and less laundry when you repeat outfits. So it's a new day, same outfit. I got the broccoli roasting in the oven. I'm going to heat up some oil. I'm going to start by frying the potatoes, getting it nice and golden in color, and then I will saute the peppers and the onion and also brown the ground beef. I am using half a pound of ground beef for this recipe. You'll want to make it more hearty, use a full pound. But as I mentioned in the past, I always use half a pound. The evening chaos has begun, so you might hear my kids in the back. That's normal when I cook dinner. I can't remember the last time I've cooked dinner in silence. That would be weird. That would not be normal for the Townsend household. While potatoes are cooking right here on the stove, I'm going to shred up some sharp cheddar cheese to put on top once the potatoes are done. I will be stirring every so often and just like checking the tenderness of the potatoes. Once the potatoes are tender, then that tells me that it's done. I do want to add that you might have already even seen it. I have a lot of burning at the bottom of my pan. I'm using a stainless steel pan, so that's pretty typical with stainless steel. Now, if you use like a nonstick pan or a cast iron pan, you might not have as much burning, but potatoes stick really bad to the bottom of my pan. This happens every time I make homemade hash browns. Like anytime I cook potatoes in a stainless steel pan, they always stick to the bottom. So there is like a layer of burn, like full transparency. I just try to avoid scraping up any of the burnt bottom whenever I'm like scooping it into the bowl. We made it to Friday, which means it is pizza night, and I'm not gonna do just any old traditional pizza. Tonight I am doing a chicken alfredo pizza. I've actually never tried this pizza. This is my first time trying. So here is a little bit of the lineup that we will need. I got this pizza dough from Aldi. I pulled it out of the freezer like 2 days ago, and it was just thawing in the fridge. And then got a block of Parmesan that I need to grate. I also have some shredded mozzarella already in the fridge that I'll also be using. Going to be using a little bit of this cream cheese. I gotta just cut like 2 ounces off and let that soften. And then here is the cooked chicken that I will be putting on top of the pizza. I'm going to get started by making the Alfredo sauce, and then I also need to preheat my oven to 400 degrees. I'm also going to be serving this with a side salad, which I already have some romaine lettuce chopped up from the previous dinner that we had a side salad with. So dinner will be ready in like lickety split, which is so nice. We just got done with dinner and I can confirm that this pizza was really, really good. Kyle, what did you think of it?
I thought it was pretty good for not being a red sauce pizza.
Like a traditional pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the best way to describe it is and I described it to Kyle this way, it tastes like a doctored up cheesy bread. So it tastes like your normal traditional cheesy bread but with chicken on top. I'm not complaining because I love cheesy bread, so if that's kind of your jam, then you might like this recipe. I feel like you could even make it as a cheesy bread, just omit the chicken, and like it could still go with a traditional pizza. So we'll definitely be making this one again. And that concludes this video. That concludes the week of budget-friendly meals. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want any of the recipes to the dinners I made this week, be sure to check the description box down below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye, friends.